Okay, I have 7 o'clock. We stand for a pledge, please.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let me just welcome you all. This is the September 14th board meeting. We have an agenda. Does anybody see any corrections or additions for the agenda? Can we get a motion?
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
First thing, under announcements, Clear Creek Conservancy, Dwayne.
Dwayne Kelly, 282 Patriots Landing. Next Monday, a week from today, I was going to say we're going to start on sealing the spillway. They've already started because they cleaned part of it today. But the contractors and our engineers say that we need to seal it every 2 years. So the Conservancy has decided that the third Thursday of September this year, 2 years from now, 4 years from now, we will make every effort to seal it. Everything's dependent on weather. I just was over there, and by the way, that spillway is a lot taller and steeper than it used to be. I didn't know I was going to get up it or not. Hey, I went up there and measured it just an hour ago. We're down 3 inches, just exactly 3 inches. We think to be safe, we need to be down 4 in case we got an 1.5 inch rain or so. We probably still would be safe. So by next Monday, it's not down 4 inches, which very possibly will be if we don't get any rain, and I don't think they're forecasting anything. We will open it and lower it enough, 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch or an inch, whatever it takes to get it down to 4 inches, so the contractor can get in and seal it. Like I say, they were in there, I guess today you said, when I was up there, I noticed the top, about 1/3 of it had already been cleaned. So we're trying to get ahead of it so that we don't have the water down. We can't control Mother Nature, but so we don't have the water down any longer. We have to have. We think that when we get it sealed, if we can go 2 days without rain, we could be fine. I don't think we'll have the gate open anyway, so it'll be whatever Mother Nature does to it with rain. That's all I have with the Conservancy.
Thanks, Dwayne. Floyd Township Fire Department, anyone here? Brian? Oh, yes.
Just wanted to let everybody know the new generator for the department was approved. We can transfer switch as well. This is our Red Cross Relief Center, and it will be powering the entire buildings on the property instead of just half of the circuits. But that has been approved and is in motion right now.
Thank you.
Where is this at?
At the fire station.
Neighborhood Watch, I don't see April, but I have Deborah's name down.
Yes. Neighborhood Watch is pleased to say it has been calm here at Heritage Lake. Discussion, loose animals was a big topic on August 19th. Lots of reports of dogs running loose and several being the same dogs. The group will be working with animal control along with keeping records of the same dogs left to run. It's understood animals get out and take off, but not daily. Please keep your animals in your yard and take the best care of them possible. They depend on you. Neighborhood Watch is planning a fall bash with Nick Strain Band the evening of October 3rd, 2020 at the shelter behind the clubhouse, 7 to 10 p.m. His last appearance was great. Contact April Land at the POA office to donate or to be a sponsor for this event. Hope to see you there. Neighborhood Watch meets every third Wednesday of the month from April through October at the clubhouse, 7 p.m.
What's the name of the band?
It's Nick Strain Band.
Thanks, Deborah. HLCS, Rick Miller.
Hi, Rick Miller, 26 Gettysburg. I've got just a couple quick things for you. First of all, the deadline for articles is Friday the 18th. I can give you a little leeway if you need it, but that's the published deadline. Also, I would like to ask you to help me promote to residents that it's time to start thinking about the telephone directory. It'll take me a while to get advertisers in line and such things, but it's not too early to start asking residents to get their new telephone numbers if they have them, and information authorized at the POA office so that they can release that information to me for publishing the white pages. We only had something like 750 of all of our residents in the white pages last year. That doesn't diminish the value of the directory, in my opinion, but the white pages is useful just trying to find your neighbors. So we're asking people to get their names in and make sure the POA office knows that their information is authorized for me to put in that directory. That's all I got. Thank you.
Thanks, Rick. Helmack, anybody here from Helmack, or any report?
I haven't heard from him.
Okay. POA Security, Brian Helmer, or
Yeah, he gave me his report.
Ken?
Disturbance calls, 2, an animal call, 1, theft, 2 calls, 30 traffic stops, 2 traffic stops with misdemeanor charges, 3 fraud, 2 domestic calls, 2 administration calls, 2 suspicious person vehicles, 3 lockouts, 1 weapon complaint, 2 civil issues, 1 dog bite, and 6 alarms. And then I included on the very last that last week we removed a pretty serious felon from the community. There was 1 individual arrested that was involved in some vehicle theft in the area, along with a large truck stolen out of Valparaiso in his driveway. He has been since custom fitted with our complimentary orange outfit while he waits trial.
Oh, so I'm not gonna be able to buy that truck, huh?
No, I think he going to try to start his own business, but he, so he was removed last Wednesday, I think it
I
was.
just got a text that the live feed's not coming through.
It is. I can see it on here.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm about to post it, so it's in process of getting posted to all the Facebook, but yeah, I'm seeing it.
Okay, thanks, Ken.
You're welcome.
Yep,
We're all set.
yeah, it's going.
Next is Garden Club. Anyone from Garden Club?
She's playing pickleball.
Okay. We've already approved the agenda, so presentation of minutes, the August 10th board meeting minutes. Any corrections, revisions? If not, I'll take a motion.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
August 10th executive meeting minutes. Any corrections, additions? Take a motion.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
August 31st operation meeting. I think there was 1 addition that I made. Sorry, Brenda, I got it so late. Deborah?
It's the second time you call me Brenda.
John? What's going on, Tommy? What's happening, Tommy?
I need to know who Brenda is. Interruption. She wants to know who Brenda is.
So with the corrected minutes, with the highlight in there, operation minutes from August 31st. Any other additions, corrections? Motion?
Motion to approve with the corrections?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And lastly, August 31st executive meeting. Any corrections, additions? Motion?
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that takes us right up to Jim Johnson and the treasurer's report.
Oh, boy. Our total income for, now remember, everything's on an accrual basis. Total income for August was $121,184. The expenses, $145,051, leaving us in a negative balance of $23,867. That's normal for this time of year. Year-to-date income was $1,288,501. Total expenses were $107,259. And that gives us a net income balance of $281,242. Also normal for this time. Short-term cash is $342,328. In total, rest in the bank and CDs and money markets, $605,172. We paid Brant in total on the Marina project, $1,007,799. And what's our holdback, Paul? About 45,000 more? There's about 45,000 sent a holdback, but it may come back to us depending on what happens. And the good people of our lake community have made donations for the Marina specifically of $18,020. And then just for comparison's sake, our motorized boat fees in 2020 are $107,000 more than they were last year. It's a huge difference for us. And non-motorized boat fees are up about $3,500, and proportionally that's a huge increase. Campgrounds is up 16%, or about 7,000. So we had a great year on fees. So thanks to all those who bore that burden for us. That's it.
Thanks, Jim. Okay, up to board committee reports. First on the list, A&E committee, that'll be Ben.
Ben Fuchs, 77 Gettysburg. In August, we had 14 permits for 20 projects, 4 houses, 1,812 square feet, 1,688 square feet, and 1,441 square feet, and one that didn't have the square footage on it, but we know it was over 1,000. And 1 garage, 3 docks, 3 decks, 4 docks, a lift, 4 fences, a pool, a covered lift, and a pavilion.
Thanks, Ben. Campground, anyone for the campground reporting? Government committee. Someone's here for the government committee. Dick?
That'd be me. Dick Werner, 183 Jefferson Valley. Started with the county commissioners meeting on the 17th of August. Dr. Haven appeared before the commissioners to discuss COVID-19 in Putnam County. The gist is that the health department believes our county is now seeing, and this is about a month of old information, please understand. So a month ago, we were beginning to see the biggest surge of cases in our county since the pandemic started. A lot of that was due to the correctional facilities having a big run on inmates and staff. Dr. Haven, and he called for redoubled efforts to mask up when in public spaces. And while he was speaking, Dr. Haven reconfirmed that he will step down as medical director of the health board effective December 31. That's halfway into his term. And Dr. Amos will step in and finish the remaining 2 years. Public health nurse Sarah Burnett appeared before the commissioners to request approval to use CARES Act funds to cover costs to set up telemedicine link to county schools for school children consults, which was approved. The commissioners also approved additional pay to health department employees who are covering additional responsibilities and working extra hours for COVID-19. And Sarah Burnett, she was featured in last Friday's banner graphic that she will be the featured speaker at the Community Conversation Zoom meeting on September 15th. So that's tomorrow, if anyone cares to join that Zoom meeting. I posted this report on the AHLCS online, and the link to the meeting is there. It's too lengthy to try to describe here for you to write down, sorry. Then the commissioners announced the plan to begin interviews for new planning zoning director, and I wrote this almost a month ago. There's an update that last Friday it was announced that Lisa Zener has accepted this position. She formerly worked for doing septic inspections, so not sure what's going to happen with that position. The commissioners announced their decision to approve Heritage Lake rezoning request for the Marina parcel, which is now zoned commercial. Additionally, they rejected the POA request to extend restaurant hours at the Marina facility. And in the health board meeting on the 13th of August, the health board announced the availability of hepatitis A vaccines relative to an outbreak in Indiana. They intend to provide this for school kids at South Putnam on this Saturday, September 16th at the school. DePaul will also offer to freshmen and sophomore students this fall. This information came from the banner graphic as well. There was a lengthy discussion among the board members regarding COVID-19 and possible mask wearing mandates for the county and fines for noncompliance. The only decision resulting from this discussion was a mandate for businesses' employees to mask up and establish fines for employee noncompliance. And lastly, the county council meeting on the 18th, health board members again appeared before the council and to request use of tobacco grant funds to pay additional salary to employees for overtime work on COVID. It is likely that CARES Act funds will reimburse this cost, which would then be returned to the tobacco grant fund. Next government committee meeting will be held on Thursday, September 24th at 10 a.m. at the clubhouse. And this Thursday is the next Conservancy meeting at 10 a.m. at the Conservancy building.
Thanks, Dick. Lake Committee. Anybody here from the Lake Committee? I was just wondering if anybody, either John or Rick, could give us an update on what's happening. Has anything taken place regarding the boating testing?
Haven't been able to contact them.
Haven't been able to contact him?
Nope. 4 calls.
We stand ready.
What does that mean?
He and I have
We
talked.
stand ready to meet as soon as we can get the folks.
As soon as we do what we can, then we'll meet.
Did, Rick, did you know, were there any other interested parties on the Lake Committee? I think someone mentioned last meeting, maybe Jim and his wife, Columbine? No? Okay.
There's probably not a bad contact to make. I can send you his contact. John?
Who?
Jim Muhlenbein?
I think I've got his number.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you might want to, I'm just saying, it might be a good.
I'm just
contact.
frustrated, that's all, so.
Well, he may be a good guy to call and say, you know, what's up, and, because I know he and Debbie, I think they have been doing some preliminary work on that.
I will try him.
Okay,
Because I've made 5 attempts.
okay.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Clean water, anybody here from Clean Water? Siltation, Dwayne.
Dwayne Kelly, 282 Patriots Landing. The siltation committee will not meet in September. Our next meeting will be October 22nd, 7 o'clock here at the office.
Thanks, Dwayne. HLEPT, Marina Novak.
Marina Novak, 25 Mill Springs. I would just like to invite everybody to come to the clubhouse Tuesday, October the 6th from 2 to 7 to donate blood. It's very much needed, as you can imagine at this time. And the Red Cross coordinator reached out to us and asked if we would host another one, because we don't usually have a blood drive in the fall. So for those of you who are able, please either call me, I'm in the directory, or you can sign up yourself. You can register online at redcrossblood.org. So
What day was that, Marion?
it's Tuesday, October the 6th.
Thanks, Marianne.
10 people did show up.
Pardon me?
10 people did show up.
Oh, thank you for asking, Curtis. No, you have to have an appointment this time because of COVID.
Thanks. One thing I wanted to do, I guess I breezed over it, I'm sorry, on cleanup committee. I know Jim is here for the cleanup committee as a liaison. He's got something he'd like to tell us.
Yeah, on Saturday the 19th from 8 to 2 p.m. You know, people got excess garage sale stuff or any other items they want to dispose of, books, furniture, treated wood, pressed wood, skids, stoves, washers, dryers, metal, computer components, all those things they can discard for you. But don't bring any paint or hazardous materials. We can't handle those. If you bring a carload of stuff up, it's $10. Pickup is $25. Trailer load's $35, and a large trailer load is $50. If you bring a TV, it costs, they have a disposal fee. They get $25 for that. Fridges and freezers are $20 each. And tires for autos and trucks are $4, and semis are $6. And tires, if they're on rims and wheels, are $8 each. So do what you can, you clean that garage out, and here we go.
Thanks, Jim. Any questions?
When was that?
Saturday, the 19th.
This Saturday.
This Saturday.
I think Jim mentioned it's from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
And that's at 32 acres?
That'll be at the maintenance building.
Oh, maintenance building, okay.
Sorry, so 8 a.m., 2 p.m., maintenance building, maintenance garage, if you would, that's across from the Conservancy entrance. Jim, again, for the election committee, I think.
Yeah, actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold in the covenant update with that.
Okay.
Covenant vote ends at the end of this month, so everybody that hasn't voted, get in there and do that. And we're gonna finish it off with a bang.
Thanks, Jim. Managers report, Ken.
All right, would like to begin by thanking Rick Miller. He was so kind to purchase us a new flag for here at the office facility. He did that on his own, and it's quite nice of him. I would also like to thank the Bass Club for their contributions. So far this year, they've contributed $1,285. This is portions donated from their weekend tournaments. Also included in the appreciation is the Lake Committee for donating the purchase of wood chips for the play areas at the Marina. All these efforts and contributions from Lake Committee and individuals like Rick that give back to this community is sometimes just beyond description. The pool is closed for the season. We will begin draining the pool and repainting the bottom, then refill the pool and winterize it on October 19th. I also would like to thank the members and including the pool staff for allowing us to have a successful season this year at the pool. 2 weeks ago, I received a letter from IDM stating that they received a complaint from a resident here at Heritage Lake that the Heritage Lake Marina was leaking gasoline into the lake. Last Tuesday, I had a pressure test completed on our fuel tank to prove that we were not leaking fuel into the lake. So for that false telephone call, you just cost the POA $800. That did not need to be spent. If anyone ever has concerns of any kind, please contact me at the office, at the POA office. I could have shown you a Vita root system that is in place that would have indicated such a problem if that would have ever happened. The Marina would typically close for the season the 28th of this month. I'm going to do a little experimenting, and I want to keep the Marina open through October, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., and that will be for the purchase of fuel, along with any remaining items in our inventory. And finally, I'd like to inform everybody that beginning October 10th, we will begin our leaf drop-off from 10 to 2 a.m. every Saturday and Sunday. We'll do that through the end of November, and then we'll do what we did last year. Anything in December, just please call the office, and we'll make arrangements to meet you over there to drop your leaves off. I'll be sending out an email for that. That's it. Thank you.
Can I ask a question on that, on the Marina opening? When does that Thursday, Friday, Saturday start? Or Friday, Saturday, Sunday start? That's effective now?
Well, it's open through Monday the 20th, or it closes Monday the 28th, so the weekend after that, which is October 2nd, 3rd, or something.
November 2nd, 3rd.
Thanks, Ken. Okay, that brings us to old business forum. Marina update, Paul Forbes.
As everybody knows by now, all the permits have been established. Zoning has been established. The casing and cabinetry has been started as of this morning. The equipment and furniture dates are unknown at this time, but we will probably have those dates within a week or two. Discussion with SOMs have begun, and no dates have been confirmed. We have casually talked about potential dates, but I don't even want to suggest those right now. Once the discussions are over and we're into the pandemic for fall a little bit, and we get to gauge how SOM is dealing with his other locations, I'll be able to report probably by next board meeting. At least by operational meeting, be able to give you some dates.
Thanks, Paul.
Uh-huh.
Under new business, we have pool recoding by Ken.
As I stated in the, I request just a one-time vote on this so we can get moving with it. We're draining the pool, and when it dries up, the bottom of it, we'll have to clean it, and every 8 years it needs to be recoated on the bottom, and the paint is starting to look thin, so we're going to take this year to repaint it. So with the paint, the shipping, and taxes, it comes to $1,862.87. So I request if I could spend that for some paint to update the pool bottom.
Motion that the sum be approved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Under item B, I have A&E co-chair Paul Forbes.
Yeah, the A&E committee has approved unanimously that April Land become the co-chair. This is in reference to some discussions we've been having for the last few months. Our chairman is Joe Mineta. Obviously, Ben Fuchs makes the reports to the board every month. So some of the administration has been kind of jiggled out there for everybody. I'm fairly well involved with the A&E committee on on-site problems, along with Ken Roselle. And we've asked April, since she gets all the information on the front end. She's very well versed on what needs to be told to the people bringing in their information. She's learned a lot in the last year. She's done very, very well to organize these meetings. And I in talking to Joe Mineta, proposed that to help him out, because he doesn't live here on a full-time basis, that we establish a co-chair. And hopefully, after we establish this co-chair, April will go to some of the properties with me to see the physical measuring, the physical look at these properties, but she's been doing a wonderful job with the A&E committee. They voted unanimously to accept her as a co-chair, and I would like to make a motion that the board accept April Land as co-chair for the A&E committee.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Do we have a vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So moved.
Thank you.
April smiling and saying, thank you.
I just wanted to ask a question on the A&E committee.
Sorry, the discussion's over. No, go
The
ahead.
discussion is over on the motion. Has anybody from the A&E committee met with this new planning and zoning individual, Lisa Zinner?
No, she hasn't even taken over yet.
When is that effective?
I think it's effective September 15th, is that right? That's what I read. Now, she is not going to be the on-site inspector. She's going to be in charge of the planning commission. And they are going to, as far as what I read and what I've heard, they're going to have an inspector appointed between now and January. In the meantime, they have 2 temporary inspectors. Neither one of them want the job, permanent job. Can't imagine why, but neither one of them want it. And so in the meantime, we are handling the A&E committee according to the county rules that have been established up to this point. And we have those rules, and that's how we approve our plans. I would say that our standards are higher than the county standards previous to this date. How they're going to be in the future, I believe the biggest change is going to be from the inspection side of the county. They have identified the fact that they are going to do what they should be doing from an inspection standpoint on a regular basis. As far as changing any rules, up to this point, we have not been contacted on any rule changes.
Yeah, the only reason I ask is I heard conversation at one of the A&E meetings regarding that the county requires some additional documentation.
At this point, they do not, and someone told Ben that from the planning commission. The people that told Ben that, at this point, looks like they're not even going to be in the planning commission. I think they speculated that. We don't know that for a fact at this point. We believe that probably one of the biggest differences from having something approved at the A&E committee and then going to the county, they are going to require the builders to bring 2 copies of plans. That's what we hear. That has not been identified yet. That's all I can tell you. You have anything else to add, Ben? No. Right now, we're just waiting for official word. I have called the office and told them that we would appreciate in writing what any of their changes are. Right now, we're going to go on what has been established on their website.
Thank you, Paul.
Just to let you know that I know Lisa Ziner really well, and I've already sent her an email and asked her to, when she takes over that role and they get somebody in place, to please let me know.
Okay, good.
Thanks, Ken.
That brings us to open forum. Please raise your hand, stand up, give your name, your home address, and I just want to remind everybody to be respectful of everybody who is here, all other members who are here. First hand I see is Rick.
Rick Miller, 26 Gettysburg. I just wanted to add to the comments about the telephone directory that I gave earlier. I forgot to mention that for anybody that's a little concerned about being in the directory and making your information public, we do make an honest attempt at keeping people from spamming and misusing that information. Even though we publish the directory online now, only Heritage Lake residents can get to that. And I can tell you, I'm very diligent about identifying residents before they get a membership on our website. So, so we try, there's no guarantees, but we try to protect you from, you know, all the crazy people out there. That's all I got. Thank you.
Thanks, Rick. Yeah, Jeff?
Jeff Brooks, 123 Patriots Landing. I've got a couple of things. The new furniture that we purchased, the outdoor furniture for the marina, can it be assembled and at least put up on the upper deck so folks can use it? Folks paid for it, so there's folks asking where it's at, and I said I should look into it. Does it need to be assembled? I can get a group of people to come out and assemble furniture. But that would get that furniture up on the upper deck and allow people to get there and use it for weather doesn't allow it.
Yeah, I'm sure Paul could answer that.
Yeah, we have not assembled it purposely because there is no control right now of the outdoor area. We did open up the outdoor area so people could get up there and see the view, stand up there. We were reluctant to open it up without any type of overseeing by anybody. The marina people on a busy weekend can't be up there watching. And what we're afraid of is just being abused. And at this point, I think at this point in the time of the year, we've elected to not set the furniture outdoors and wait until the spring. Unless the restaurateur or somebody under control of that area is going to be there on an hourly basis while that stuff is out, we have elected not to put it out there unsupervised. There is a possibility that it will be out there before the end of the year, but it will only be out there if there's going to be somebody in charge of that area.
So the current control of it with the signs up 8 to 6, the 8 to 6 hours during the marina hours, I mean, that's under watch, I'm assuming, by the marina folks. I know there's a lot of people who spend $18,000 ballpark on furniture, and it's been essentially sitting in storage for 2 months, 3 months, something like that. I'd like to see our money, if our money's being spent, I'd like to see it being used.
Yeah, I guess, Jeff, as Paul indicated, we just want to be careful about the furniture. And really, the marina staff, they could glance up there and see if there's any, people that are up there that are misbehaving. I use the word misbehaving. But in terms of furniture, I would have to agree with Paul. I think it's a wise idea, and as he suggested, if everything goes okay, the furniture should be available for people to use before the end of the year. I know it's going into the cold season, but I really think that's the best decision. I don't know if any other board members have an opinion, but I think that's the best decision.
There is no food or drink up there right now anyhow. Nobody's taking any food or drink up on top.
So who's monitoring that?
We're monitoring as close as we can to the marina.
So no food, you're monitoring no food and drink can go up there, but you're worried about furniture coming down. Are we worried about the furniture
No.
being taken down?
We're not
abused?
worried about somebody stealing the furniture, Jeff. We're worried about the fact that during, it was really warm since we've had that furniture. It was really warm and nice. The beaches were packed. The kids were all over the place. They're going in, getting ice cream coming out. It's easy to see them on the picnic table. It's not easy to see them when they're upstairs. We don't need chocolate, ice cream all over new furniture and the new pavers that we've spent money on up there. It's not regulated. It's not overseen. We've made the decision. It's not going to be out there unless somebody is in charge of that space.
Yeah, I think that's a good approach, Jeff.
Okay.
You have another question?
So it was, the other thing is There was some furniture was also supposed to be purchased as far as, and I think you alluded to that, that hasn't been sharpened up yet as far as additional
Correct.
furniture for inside, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. Has the board ever considered having a minimum spending, I deal with municipalities, and I know this is not a municipality, but it operates as such, a minimum spending for the community period, be it Ken's department or any other committees who may be spending money, or the board, having a minimum amount, a minimum number to spend. But let's say if it's more than $500, the board has got to talk, they got to have to discuss it. If it's more than $1,000, the board has, and I'm just picking numbers, the board has to at least discuss it, because I know there's some spending has gone on without discussion going on about things, and it's just, it's the community's money.
Yeah, Jeff, to my knowledge, the answer is no, the board has not discussed that. I'll wave to the treasurer, but to my knowledge, in meetings that I've been involved with, I have not heard that brought up for
Do we have
discussion.
rules on approving monies?
Well, I mean, come on, Paul, I mean, when we're working on large projects, we make a lot of things on the fly, all of us do.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with having controls. And, I mean, Ken, you don't spend anything without running it up the flagpole and.
Yeah, I've got a
I don't think
limit.
I do.
I've got a limit of $1,000 and then,
But Jeff makes a good point that, we should have controls.
It's something we could discuss.
Okay. And lastly, for the board to discuss, the current possibility of another COVID money grant, another PPP thing. Has the board considered, you think about the folks who were not able to get COVID money or PPP money for their businesses because it ran out the first time around? I know the board we did out here at the lake, we did get some money, but our numbers have been really good. As Jim has spoken about, the numbers treasury-wise, we're in good shape. Would the board consider sending that money back? Because we don't need it. It could, as a civic duty, to help businesses who do need that money. If there's another round comes out, that would be the thing to do with the money, in my opinion.
Again, in the discussion, we have not had that formal discussion yet about sending the money back or what to be done with it. But it was used to pay payroll, and that was the intent of the money. In terms of the guidelines, I think we've adhered to the guidelines because we follow the direction of our accountants. So, but that's a good point. I'll make a note of that. We could discuss it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Yeah, Curtis?
Curtis Albert from 209 Gettysburg. There's a couple questions. The CDs, when you count them as assets, aren't some of them collateral for the loan?
No.
So do they have some of our CDs as collateral for the loans?
No.
So what kind of loan do we have then?
I mean, how much is left?
Well, not only how much left it is, it a variable rate loan?
You were in all the meetings, Curtis, you heard.
Look, you're the man who's supposed to have the answer.
I don't know the answer.
Curtis, let him answer.
This was described over and over again, and you've asked this question over and over again.
That's not true.
Of course it is. It's a 5-year variable, and we're not even gonna get, the thing's gonna be paid off before the first variable happens.
Well, I hope so.
Well, I would hope so too, Kurt.
How much is left then?
What do you figure, Ken? 250, 255?
yeah, close to that.
Yeah, it wasn't the 600,000 that you said.
Well, no, that's what you proposed originally.
But
Yeah, but that wasn't what we did.
No, that's all I used was the numbers you had given. I didn't say that you had borrowed that much or you were going to borrow that much. That is what you had predicted.
That was in the same meeting where we said that the variable rate was, yeah, I got it.
Well, I can't remember all the facts. You're the one that's
Okay.
supposed to.
Okay, Curtis, I think Jim gave you the answer, variable rate loan.
And it's 230,000 or something like that.
Probably
Something in
245
that,
probably.
you know.
Okay. Then I have one other question. Now I gotta remember what it was.
You want to think about it for a minute?
Yes. But I would like to ask,
Sure. Yes. Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Shannon?
Shannon Lee, 2 Lincoln Hills. We used to have a sign that was a demarcation between Lincoln Hills and Mill Springs. It was taken out
By vehicle.
months ago. And the other thing that's happened since then is one of the posts has been removed that was left over. Is there any plan to return?
I think Ken
That-
could,
Yeah, that would be a question to me, and it was addressed last month, that during the, I'm working with a lady that is gonna we're gonna replace all the signs out here, and they're all gonna be brown, and they're gonna be a metal sign that's gonna last.
Metal
Yeah,
instead.
yeah, instead of having it's too expensive to have somebody route all those out. So I've already have it in the works, and it's gonna be a nice fall, winter project.
Thank you.
did you remember, Curtis?
no, I don't remember.
Any other questions? If not, I'll take a
I
motion to
make a
adjourn.
motion, we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks for coming, folks.
He asked me a question.
Yeah, we're gonna have a big
And I don't know.
But
Hey,